So before we kickstart this fireside chat, I'm going to read out some stats. Eppo acquired by Datadog. Statstick raises 100 million Series C at 1 billion valuation. VWO sold at $200 million. What is happening in the experimentation world? Is this a signal that heralds a new boom for the experimentation domain? What do you guys think? So this question is open to all of our three panelists. Maybe Joshua, if you would like to go first.
Perfect. So, well, I think that there is a boom in experimentation for sure, and it's going to be the standard in the next 2, 3 different next years. The question is how it's going to be, because as you can see, most of the major platforms worldwide are already creating their own stack for experimentation. So most of the platforms are trying to, let's say, consolidate within their own platforms the experimentation stack. So, and this is something that we for sure experienced in the past with other, let's say, data-driven strategies or tech stacks. Yes, for instance, Google Analytics was one of these solutions 15 years ago. So I feel that it's going to be growing in the next years. And this is just because you have, not only because you have the interest of the platforms, but because the privacy-driven shift and demands that we are seeing in terms of legislation. So given that, I feel that we are going to have more experimentation. The question is why, and I would like to know the question is not why, the question is how, and when I would like to know the thoughts of the other panelists.
Yeah, Ishan, I think you might have an insider view given that you worked with VWO. Why do you think the sudden boom is happening in the field of experimentation?
So what I think is personally, first thing is experimentation has existed in some form or the other for the past 2,500 years. I think what has been special about the past 20 years is that data collection got democratized on a very large scale. Like before that, collecting thousands and millions of data points was not easy. So for the past 20 years, I think we have seen a POC of what is possible with experimentation. And I think it is becoming more and more clear that products that are experimenting, they have much more understanding, much better understanding of what their users want, which features are working, what actually works and what does not work, and which metrics are the most important to go forward with. So I think now after that POC, and we have seen the growth of companies like Airbnb, like bookings.com, like Google, it's just now that that initial large scale POC is done. And now there is a wide scale adoption where more and more companies are going to be experimenting. That's my thoughts largely. Yeah.
I like the point that you made that, we have been experimenting for long, maybe from the era of, caveman times, Yeah, so
Yeah.
we are experimentation machine, and because of all the experimentation, our civilization has progressed to the level that we are today. Great points. Robson, over to you. Why do you think this sudden impetus in the field of experimentation?
First, thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be with you all. I love the answers of the other panelists, and I'm not surprised by the statistics that you read. What I'm surprised is that it took so long for us to achieve this point, right? Because the core of experimentation is answering things like, hey, if we change this, how our situation as a company is going to change. This is basically what humans are interested from the beginning, as Ishan said. What I believe is that, following Ishan's point, is that now those companies have a lot of possibility to gather data because we are offering them data as users, and also the fast-paced dynamics of the company require them to say, hey, if we change this, are we going to be better off than if we change that other thing? So there are always those hypotheses competing and teams competing in a way that say, let's optimize what we are doing little by little, but continuously. And at the end of the day, we're going to have a huge optimization outcome as a result. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, great points again.